right, we're back tonight here on In Focus. Young people and women remain most vulnerable in the labour force. According to Statistics South Africa, the quarterly labour force survey shows that the rate of unemployment ticked up by 0.6 percentage points between April and June this year to 33.5%. Sectors that shared the most jobs over the quarter are particularly those that employ women in trade, agriculture and private households. A business reporter, Ntokozo Khumalo, spoke to one woman who last held a job 22 years ago to understand how many years of unemployment crippled her social mobility.
58-year-old Mabel Ntohawe is a single woman with no children. She lives with her ailing father and elderly brother, and they are all unemployed. They depend on the social relief of distress grants to put food on the table. The last time Mabel held a formal job was in 2012. Just like for the youth, the unemployment rate for women in South Africa is higher than the average at 35.5%.
Hey, akuhlangani futhi plus lento lokuthi when you reach 35 awukho umsebenzi, it's too difficult. So we must wait ukuthi sibe ne 60 years ukuthi sothola that money. Uyapesha ukuthi kudliwe ekhaya uyapesha but kunzima.
While she sometimes envies other women who have children, she counts it as a blessing that she decided not to have any of her own, as she has not been able to secure a job that lasts longer than 3 months for the past 22 years. She has become ingenious with her hands to try and grow the 370 Rand grant to meet more of her family's needs.
Sithunge sithengise because now age yethu ayisavumi ukuthi sisebenze, hayi ukuthi sihlale nje or sitshale sithengise sibe nespace sethu.
45-year-old Princess Majola is passionate about uplifting people in her community. However, having last held a formal job in 2005 at a fast food restaurant, the mother of 4 children and grandmother of 2 wishes she could do more.
I can't allow myself to stay with my kids renting or staying in a place where I know in 3 months' time I won't have a place to stay. So they'd rather stay with their grandparents. At least there they've got decent shelter. They've got stable shelter. I know that they go to bed having eaten. I know that they're attending school and then they've got that lunch box. At least I know the basics are there. Women are killing their own babies, not because women want to do that, but it's very hard. You know, it's much better to sleep on an empty stomach living alone than having to sleep on an empty stomach and seeing your kids crying the whole night.
Dr. Trevor Ngwane, who researches human behavior and social life at the University of Johannesburg, says people over the age of 35 face several economic challenges that are worsened by joblessness.
They are at family formation and procreation stages of their lives. They want to start families, they want to give birth to kids, they want to move on up, get good jobs, but they are unable to do so because poverty forces them to rely on their parents for accommodation, for their own tuition needs. If they want to have a business for startup capital, if they've got children, they can hardly afford to raise their children.
The bottom line, according to the Statistician General Risenga Maluleke, is that unemployment seems to be an unmitigated crisis.
This is the second highest we have seen from COVID, where we were sitting at about 35.8% in the fourth quarter of 2021. And I'm talking about post-COVID recovery.
For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Johannesburg.